I was born in Leamington, now officially known as Royal Leamington Spa, moderately famous for the manufacture of gas cookers. The year was 1942, and the period of gestation ended on the 7th of February during a rather botched-up air raid in which the Germans thought they were hitting Coventry. My parents, Tim and Betty, were outraged when I arrived because they'd been expecting a heterosexual black Jew with several rather amusing birth deformities as they needed the problems. They lived in an enormous Gothic castle in the south of France called Done Drinking Gin and Slimline Tonic with Ice but No Lemon in, which was originally built by Marco Polo for himself and a few friends he wanted to invite round to his place after the pub closed. An awe-inspiring construction of granite and bits of wood, with sweeping lawns recently modified to include an ornamental malaria swamp. He felt a sharp stab of steel in his groin and the sickening sensation of the warm ooze of blood welling up inside his flying jacket. A screaming hail of bullets punched through his left ear as he mused, "Hey, that was my ear." Thinking this over, he continued to massage the coconut milk into her firm, young breasts. He took another mouthful, letting it dribble slowly onto the tip of each erect nipple, and watched it stream tantalizing down towards the moistly quivering lips of her French poodle Kipper. I must admit, so far, that Chapter 1 has not had much more than a grain of truth in it, but it is more interesting than all the usual humdrum wetting of nappies and later pants and not being allowed to sit next to Lottie, the Czechoslovakian girl, because I once shat myself, seeing bits of people hanging from trees. Oh, that does sound interesting. Perhaps I should put that down. Where was I? Yes, I was 3 at the time, and my mother wanted to take me along to see my father, being a policeman, which is something he did most days. A street in Wigston Magna, 1944. There has just been an explosion in an aircraft in which 9 free Polish airmen had been flying. The force of the explosion has reduced them to their component parts, and one can see quite clearly a lung hanging down from the lower branches of a chestnut tree, a leg on a front lawn, and a hole in the roof of a semi-detached, which was later explained by a lady who came out of the house carrying a bucket with what looked like a liver in it. The 3-year-old boy is not particularly worried because he's holding his mummy's hand, and his daddy is in charge, and being very efficient about trying to sort out bits of human flesh into at least 9 different sacks. Unfortunately, there seem to be only 8 heads and no other suspicious roof holes. Mummy calls out to Daddy, "Walter!" "Sorry, dear, I'm busy." "Hey, you, that sack's already got 2 legs in it." Reflecting on this, I go, "Wah!" inwardly, and I'm just thinking of going, "Wah!" outwardly when my mother grabs my hand. "Walter, dear, we were just going out shopping, and I thought that Graham might like—" "Look, dear, I'll see you later. Has anyone found that head yet? Hey, has anyone in this street found a head? Come on, someone must have it. I know this street. You'd whip anything. I mean, what the bloody hell are you going to do with a head?" "Well, dear, perhaps we'll go and get your tea." "What?" "Oh, yes. Egg on toast, please. Left arm here. Anyone missing a left arm?" "We haven't got any eggs. There's a war on." "Ask Harold. Something's bound to have fallen off the back of a lorry." "All right, dear. Come on, Graham. Stop staring at all that blood. It won't do you any good." "Oh, come on, Mum. This must be one of my major formative experiences." Ah! And so.